Stir it up, Springfield. Let's see what Chef Kathryn has in store. Today we're learning how to make Kathryn's glazed salmon. Let's meet the chef.
Hi, my name is Kathryn and I'm a 7th grader at Zannetti Middle School. When I get older, I want to become a physical therapist. I am exploring different fields, including the culinary arts. I'm excited to share my Kathryn's glazed salmon recipe with you today. This recipe is special to me because I started cooking with my grandma at age 5. And one of the ingredients, maple syrup, is from my Nan and Pop's maple trees. It takes 12 to 14 hours to make the maple syrup.
On a video call with Chef Manager Donna, Kathryn was able to share more about her cooking experience.
When did you first start cooking?
So I first started cooking when I was about age 5. I was inspired by my grandma because she always had a love for cooking and she shared that with me, and she always let me help in the kitchen.
Before chefs start cooking, they need their ingredients. Here's Kathryn getting hers. It's recipe time. Let's see how Kathryn makes her glazed salmon.
My recipe has 3 simple ingredients to make it. I have soy sauce, maple syrup, and cinnamon. You can also put a side of rice or mixed greens. So, the maple syrup is from my Nan and Pop's maple trees farms. This relates to the whole idea of family traditions. Although it's not a family recipe, it's still an important part of my life.
Let's head to the kitchen for our cooking instructions.
So over here I have a 1/3 cup of soy sauce and a 1/3 cup of maple syrup. So I'm going to pour these in the pot. And then I'm going to bring the pot over here to a boil till it reduces to about half the size. While it's boiling, you want to stir it occasionally so that it doesn't boil over. Now it's been reduced to about half, so we're going to take it off and let it cool. Now that I took it off the stove and cooled it for 1 to 2 minutes, I'm going to take 1/3 of it and put it in a bowl, which I will reserve for later. Put it over here. I'm going to take the rest of the sauce in the pan and paint it on the sides and the top of the salmon. So I'm going to do this one time, let it sit for 5 minutes, and do it a second time. After I do it both times, then I'm going to take it and put it at my preheated oven to 450 and bake it for 10 minutes in the middle oven rack.
Your salmon should look like this before you put it in the oven.
Now that the 10 minutes is up, I'm going to take the fish out of the oven. And then I'm going to immediately change it from baked to boil. Alright, so we're going to let it cool for a second. Then I'm going to take the clean paintbrush, that you have to clean it before, and I'm going to paint the reserve sauce on the fish. So now that I painted it, I'm going to put it back in the oven on broil for 2 to 3 minutes. Now that it's been on broil for 2 to 3 minutes, I'm going to take it out of the oven. And don't worry about the bubble stuff around it. Then I'm going to take spatula here. Finish your dish, add your side of rice and side of salad, along with the salmon. Now add your salmon. Now that my dish is complete, I positioned my salmon, rice, and salad of choice with a few of my favorite toppings, tomatoes, celery, and onions, so I can have a bite of salmon along with my sides. Thank you for cooking with me today. I'm Kathryn Clark, and I'm a 7th grader at Zannetti Middle School.
Do you want to try Kathryn's glazed salmon? Download the Student Chef Finalist Cookbook for the full recipe.